Peace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 380 of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch network. Click that bell for notification. New content when I drop, baby. New media, energy up, health is wealth. Let's get this party cracking on the road, man. And it don't stop. And it don't quit. Coming with the braggadocio style and kick. What you want to do, you don't want none of that with the full clip. Emptying out the thing out the window of the range. People ask me if I'm a little estranged, deranged. I just try to plumb. Hey, yo. So, we got news last week that the Lakers wanted to hire Dan Hurley, man. Yeah, we started NBA news. Y'all know how we do every time. So, they wanted to hire Dan Hurley, right, as their next coach. No. Nope. Nope, already. No. I don't think this is a good move for Danny Hurley. Like, if he had another team, a younger team in the league or something that he can go into and have things that he want to do and stuff, I'm all with it. But for the Lake Show, hey, no, bro. It's a no-go, popping out the fofo. You know what I mean? I don't know, B. My fault messing with the camera, man. Yo, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, the Lakers are trying to make a splash move that's not there. Be like, Danny Hurley, he just come off of 2 back-to-back national championships at UConn. Why would I leave to go coach the Lakers? Look, I get it's the Lakers, though. I get it, but come on, B. Like, if Danny Hurley was their first pick out the gate that we've been hearing about since they fired Darvin Ham over a month ago, that's something different, yo. But this is why they shouldn't have fired Darvin Ham a month ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the shit why we fired Darvin Ham in the first fucking place. But if you wanted to appease Bron and you wanted to appease AD, then you fired Darvin Ham. However, for what? You know what I'm saying? I still don't understand. My man was like 93 and 70 or something like that. Got to the Western Conference Finals last year. Lost to the finals, NBA Finals champion Denver Nuggets. You meet them in the first round this year, and it was all good. You lose 4-1. Both series, all the games were combined. Them 4 losses were combined, like 40-something, maybe 40 points for 8 fucking losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't rolling. So, y'all didn't have a replacement. You fired Darvin Ham. Shit, y'all, at this point, y'all might as well bring back Frank Vogel. Shit, he won a chip. You don't respect your former coaches. Yo, I don't get it, yo. You don't respect your coaches out in LA, man. I don't get it. Yo, Frank Vogel won a chip. And because y'all got Westbrook there and he couldn't get Westbrook to come off the bench, that's his fault when y'all brought Man, y'all gutted Frank Vogel's championship team for nothing. Darvin Ham dealt with mad injuries, yo, and he got kicked to the curb, man. Come on, B. However, Rob, you're on the clock, all right? This is Thursday when I danced at UConn, attempt a three-peat. After that, you can go to the league. You weren't their first choice, otherwise you would have got the immediate fucking call. I said it. And I'm a Lakers fan. Fuck that. We ain't doing that. And then today, we get into the finals games after this. Then today, welcome home, Darvin. Now, y'all know a Confidence in the Klutch. The Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Y'all know I've been wanting Darvin Ham. I said when Darvin left, that's when the Bucks started to slide. Darvin been gone 2 years. Coach Bud got fired last year. We had injuries the first round against the Miami Heat. When Giannis and them went out, this year, the defense wasn't there. It showed. We didn't have Coach Bud or Darvin. Welcome home, Darvin Ham. You know what I mean? Thank you. Now, we knew his departure hurt the Bucks defense like a motherfucker, right? Injuries played a major part, all that shit. But per ESPN, Darvin Ham is joining the Milwaukee Bucks as the top assistant for Doc Rivers. We know what time it is, right? Right? Remember, they wanted them in Phoenix. Coach Bud wanted them in Phoenix to be the lead assistant. Darvin like, nah, I said that last one. Like, Darvin want a head coaching job. Well, he got to come back to the mill. Like, now I see what's been going on right now, man, because I love it. This is a succession plan for Doc. A succession plan for Doc, right? And guess who looking stupid now? Who was I just talking about? The Lakers. The Lakers look stupid right now, man. That was so stupid, man. So dumb to get rid of Darvin. That didn't make no sense, B. Dan Hurley stays at UConn. Reported today. I was telling Dan last Thursday to stay at UConn. Hurley was offered a chance to be one of the league's highest paid coaches at 6 years, $70 million. Well, that's a little under $12 million a year. However, what he built at UConn, he wanted to finish. Shit. In 22-23 season, Hurley signed a 6-year, $32.1 million extension to stay at UConn. So I'm sure, rip, part of him staying, we're going to rip that shit up, cuz. We're going to rip that shit up. It's just going to be timing with it, though. So he's going to be paid, like according to Woes, one of the highest paid college coaches, right? What's the renegotiation? So now, the Lakers have to go back to James Borrega, Sam Cassell, JJ Redick. Shit, it's karma for the Lakers. Hire back Frank. If y'all keep that shit real, hire back Frank. Y'all gutted that championship team for no reason, man. Hire back Frank, man. You on the clock, my man. My man on the clock, Rob. All right, y'all. Let's jump into this finals talk, man. See what we want to do. Now, game one. Game one was an uninteresting blowout unless you were a straight Boston fan. Like, remember, I have no horse in the race, so I just want to see good basketball. Game one, the Celtics won 107-89. Quarter one, Boston led 37-20. They jumped out on their ass. Celtics had an 8-0 run, part of a bigger run and shit. Porzingis came in off the bench, off the dribble, hitting 30-foot trays and shit. Blocks on the defensive end. He came out hard at 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks in the first quarter. Boston hit 7 trays to 2 trays from Dallas. Come on, man, that's plus 15 from the trade line, right? So it is what it is in the first quarter. Like I said, 37-20. Shit, it is what it is. Luka had 7, 2, and 2 in that quarter, right? So that was the problem. They out rebounded Dallas 16-6. Second quarter, 26-22 Boston. Luka had 10, 2, and 2. Jalen had 9 in that quarter. Porzingis had 7. Same thing as the first quarter. Trades, defense. Y'all can't do shit with us. You know what I mean? 3-point field goals, Boston, plus 9 from the trade ball line, $4-12, 1-5. So at half, we're looking at 63-42, right? So Boston getting to the hole at ease. Dallas is I was like, they got to play better perimeter defense and shit because they're giving up way too many blow-bys and open drives because now they got to defend the tray because, shit, Boston hit 11 trays in the first half. So if you think about that. And let's talk about that. Best player on the floor. Luka has 17, 4 and 4. Porzingis had 18, 3, 3 and 2 blocks. But shit, Dallas 3 of 13 from the trade ball. Well, Boston was 11-27. Do the math. Quarter 3, the same old thing. Dallas won that quarter by 1 point, 24-23. But by that time, shit, okay, shit, it was. Y'all still down a dub. So Kyrie came alive in the third quarter after only had 5 at half. He had 6 points in the quarter, but that wasn't enough and shit. Dallas got the lead down to 8 points on a 35-14 run, but Boston put the lead back up to 20 with the run of their own. So Luka had 10, 6 and 6 in that quarter. Jalen had 6, 2 and 3 blocks in that quarter. And once again, 3-point field goals. Boston 4-12, Dallas 2-8. Stay plus 6 from Trey in that quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Dallas they won by 2, 23-21. But it was the same thing. It was too late in the game. So best player on the floor that game was Luka. He had 30 and 10, and it was all about 3-point shooting. Dallas 7-27 for 26%. Boston 16-42 for 38%. All right. Assists, Boston 23-9 in the game. What other stat that jumped out on me? Bench points, Boston 32-20 in that game. Right? So the big three of each team. We had Jalen had 22, 6, 2, and 3 steals. Porzingis had 3 blocks, I'm sorry. Porzingis, no, 3 steals, I'm sorry. Porzingis had 26 and 3 blocks. Tatum had 16, 11, and 5. PJ had 14 and 8. Kyrie had 12 on 6 and 19 shooting. That wasn't enough. So my reaction overall from the game, I was looking at it and I'm like, hey, yo, the damage was done in the first quarter. Boston led by as many as 29 points in the first half, making 16 trays, right? Boston was lights out from Trey. When they got ran off the line and to 3-point line, the lane was open. And Dallas looked slow on their rotations on the perimeter. So it was just all fucked up and discombobulated defensive-wise for the Mavericks, right? Kyrie cannot play that type of game he had, though. Kyrie has to play a way better game than that. My shit hurting, yo. Kyrie has to play a way better game. I'm like twisted up somehow up in his chair. And that's forcing this shit to hurt like a motherfucker. Kyrie has to have a better game, yo. You know what I'm saying? All the bullshit is done with Dallas, like, I mean, with Kyrie going into Boston, like, oh, the curse of Boston and all that shit, woo, let's just hoop and shit. But, I mean, when the team making 16 trays, you kind of, if you ain't hot, it's kind of hard to compete. But if they missed them 16 trays, at least half of them, you cut them in half, Dallas probably win that game. So, but Boston is living by the 3, die by the 3, and they got to stay hot from tray ball. And teams like that, you can beat like that. Now, I'm thinking like, yo, Kyrie can't have another game like game 1 and shit. And then I'm looking at what Kyrie and Luka did creating-wise. Luka had only 1 assist. Like, he has to create and put his teammates in a better position to score. But if they just standing around and watching them do his thing, it's kind of hard, right? His teammates have to want it as well. And Kai, if his shit is falling, he has to create and just be a monster and try to lock up on D. But we can't have 2 assists from Kyrie and 1 assist from Luka for the whole game. We can't have 3 assists from our starting backcourt and 9 total assists for the whole team in the game. But we can credit Boston's defense for that, yo. That's game 1, right? Till the break of dawn to stay on. Game 2. Boston wins 105-98 to go up 2-0 in the series. Quarter 1. Let's talk about it. 28-25 Dallas, right? Luka and Kai had 21 points out of Dallas's 28. Dallas made 3 trays. Boston made 1. Okay, then. Okay. Dallas, okay, then. Let's see what we're doing. We're trying to get better than the first game. Come out hot at these cats. Quarter 2, Boston won that 29-23. Okay. Luka has more assists through the second quarter, 2, than in all of game 1. So I'll take that progression, right? Luka's adjustment has been run at cats and create. Run at cats and create for others and shit and try to do what he can. Let Drew do his thing and do not let Tatum and Brown or White kill them is what Dallas chose to do. And that shit didn't work. That shit didn't work. Drew looked like a motherfucking all-star for real, like every year. Killing. So what that turned into, at the half, Boston was winning 54-51. Luka had 23-3-3, and Drew had 17-4-1 at half. But that don't mean Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown wasn't killing, and Derek White wasn't killing. I got to play that again. That's one of my favorite tracks I produced. So I'm thinking the adjustments at halftime, right? Like, yo, Boston keep shooting the threes. They got you here because them shooting them trays. Aka. That's what got you here. And if they don't fall, get to the cup, right? So for Dallas, Drew is the hot man. He's scoring, he creating and shit. So now, in the second half, we got to limit his touches. But when you limit his touches, who we going to let get hot? See, everybody else was in the middle, whatever. But Drew was the man. But we got to figure it out because we was only down, let me see, Boston, we was down 3 at half. We didn't take that. Quarter 3, 29-23, Boston. So that's 83-74 heading into the fourth now. Now, that third quarter run, the teams that win the third quarters to me win the motherfucking game. So now, we getting some separation now. Dallas had too many careless turnovers and shit. Luka just dribbling in the motherfucking Tatum. Jaylen Brown, motherfuckers just taking that shit, right? And what happened is Boston so motherfucking long, they play that passing lane and get out there and get them deflections and go get that shit and they hit that shit, throw that shit. Man, listen, man. That great team defense, man. Drew Holiday was having a game of his life, you know what I mean? But I said at halftime, we can't let Drew be as effective as he was, and we got to shut this shit down, right? Limit his touches. They didn't do that. You know what I mean? And Boston still got the rolling, and now they had the biggest lead of the game at 12 in the third quarter. So then we go into the fourth quarter, 24-22 Dallas, but it's pretty much over. We got this double-digit lead, but they were able to sustain it. Porzingis on the PJ defend on the layup looked like his leg was a little bit gimpy. I'm like, oh, shit, man. This might take him out for the series because he was already hurt the way he was limping, but they said he's a go for Wednesday as of right now, so we got to see that. But Dallas got that 12-point lead that Boston got it elevated to down to 5. That PJ breakaway, Jalen did put his hand on the back to get that little push. That was a foul that should have got called. PJ should have went to the line, got the game down to 3. That was a missed call by the referees. That wasn't PJ just blowing the motherfucker, man. Nah, B. Not going to be able to do it. Word. So, each team, they didn't shoot it. They shot a decent 47% for Dallas, 45% for Boston. Them motherfuckers took like 80 shots and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but from Trey, Boston was 10 of 39. Damn, 25%. Dallas was 6 of 26 for 23%. Rebounds, Dallas 43 to 41. Assists, Boston 29 to 21. They're creating for each other. Boston limiting themselves to 10 turnovers. Boston got 10 to 15 turnovers. Boston led that. Boston got 21 to 12 points off of Dallas' turnover. Bench points, 17 to 9 Boston. We got to get something from our bench on Dallas. We ain't got nobody to give us shit, though. The other cats, they be coming in and trying to do shit, but it don't be working all the way like that. So we got the big three. We got the big three, big four, whatever. Here we go. Drew had 26, 11, and 3. Jalen had 21, 4, and 7. Tatum had 18, 9, and 12, almost a triple-double. And White had 18 and 5. See, what I like is Tatum ain't forcing shit like that, and they winning. They winning without him forcing shit. It ain't about who get the awards. We don't play for the awards. We play for the rewards. Luka, 32, 11, 11, and 4. PJ had 17 and 7. Kyrie had 16, 2, and 6. And Daniel Gafford had 13 and 9. So from the game, what I'm looking at right now is Boston's just a better team. They're a deeper team, clearly. Offensively and defensively. There's nowhere in the first 2 games that I saw that Dallas is better than Boston at anything. Live by the 3, die by the 3. But Dallas played them tough as fuck in this second game, so I appreciate that, how they played. The effort was there. They just needed that extra, That's where the bench points come in and somebody off the bench to come in and help take over. But when you play that type of game, when you're not going to blow Boston out, that Trey ball is the equalizer to everything you try to do to them. They hit a couple trays, it's over because they're going to play some D. Now, Luka has 7 triple-doubles in his playoffs. Man, what you going to do with that? What you going to do with that? Luka Magic, right? Dallas can't wait to get home. You know why? Because role players play better at home. So, Kai, if he's 6 and 19, 12 points in game 1. 7 and 18, 16 points in game 2. So Boston's defensive job, rotating on him, switching on him, doing everything to rattle him, to not give him easy looks and all that shit is working. Kyrie is 0 for 8 from Trey ball in this series. So he got to get the fuck out of Boston, yo. That Boston juju, you know what I'm saying, is terrible. If I'm not mistaken, post-game I heard somebody say Kyrie's 0 and 12 at Boston since he's left Boston type shit. So it is what it is. Both teams have 5 players in double digits, man. So, whoo. Must win for Dallas on Wednesday, game 3. I expect Kyrie have a better game. Kyrie have a better game this second game, they win that shit. Because it would have been them going up 10. Somewhere along the line instead of going down 12 somewhere. Because then they got to figure out the Kyrie shit and the mismatches they creating. But the Boston defense, I don't know, can you create it? Can you create a mismatch offensively for Boston defense right now, given this lineup that Dallas has? And that's the thing. Boston is too fucking long, man. They're long, and they're the way they play defense, man. It's gonna be hard. But I'm not putting it past the Mavericks. I said Dallas in 6. with no Porzingis. Boston in 7 with Porzingis. So that's what I said. So we got to see. It's game 2, though. They got to roll with it. We've seen it happen before with the Cavs down 0-2 and beat the Warriors in game 7. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. All right. WNBA news. Oh. Once again, I think we done with this shit, but I just want to let y'all know once again, I qualify myself as a WNBA fan from inception, from the Houston Comets and Cynthia Cooper and them and Tina Thompson getting drafted and Cheryl Swoops and all that. Like Lisa Leslie and Rebecca Lobo and all that. I qualified myself from then. From inception, when it was 2 leagues with Dawn Staley and them was over there at the other league and shit. Dawn Staley and Tammy Reese from Virginia going back then in the early 90s. I've been a girls basketball coach 23 years. 43 girls have earned scholarships. 6 has played across the world professionally. 1 drafted in the W. I know what I'm talking about. Now, in the Chicago Skies 88-75 loss to the Liberty, Angel went for the rebound and found Jaquel. She didn't like the call and said something to the ref that got her a tech. Walking away, she raved the ref off, and he gave her a second tech, injecting her. Like, Cass didn't even know in the game who got the tech and shit. They was looking at shit, motherfucker, like, oh, okay, I guess. Like, fixing their ponytail and shit. So on Wednesday, the W rescinded the second tech. The first was for disrespectfully addressing the ref, and the second was for waving her hand in dismissal. So Lonzo Ball was at the game and tweeted he had her and would pay her for her fines, and the text was $400. Now, the one tech would only cost $200. He said he got it. But that was a quick whistle on that second tech just because she did that and walked away. Like, she's learning, but come on, y'all. This is the spirit of competition, man. Fuck what you talking about. Like, y'all said she just waved her hand. She didn't say fuck what you talking about and waved her hand. And that's something different. She said something slick. She boop. Then she waved her hand and boop. Again, no, we ain't doing it like that, man. Right? Techs, however, are part of the game, though. It's like her teammate, Mabry, said post-game she needs to handle shit better and not let her emotions take her there. Yeah, 'cause we need her in the game. We ain't got time for that. Last Wednesday, A'ja Wilson became the first player in WNBA history to have at least 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 steals in the game. A'ja had 36, 12, and 6 in the win versus Wings. Is dope. Now, those highlights from that game, if you get a chance, go back and watch them because they were amazing. She got popped in her face twice, had to get like the little Band-Aid and shit. Like, I'm like, shit, oh my God, is she okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. She got popped in her face twice. Looked like she might have got a cut and shit, bleeding and shit, though. But, oh my God, is she okay? Where's the outrage for the MVP? Stop it, y'all. You know what I mean? She looks unfucking stoppable. You know what I mean? But y'all see how y'all pick and choose where the outrage is when somebody get popped in their face and shit, man. And I hope we passed all that now because it's basketball. It's physical. Y'all got to get with it or get ran over with the shit, man, for real. Friday, Caitlyn Clark at 38-6 as the Fever beat the Mystics 85-83. They almost lost that fucking game, man. Ariel Atkins, it was like some bad, I don't know what happened, but like she was trying to force the shit, and they really missed Deladon, who wouldn't miss Deladon and shit, but they really missed Shakira Austin. Like, they needed her. She didn't play that game. But they almost lost that damn game to the Mystics who haven't won a game. Dawson had 19-6 for the Mystics. Storm went into the Las Vegas Aces and beat them 78-65. Drew Alloy had 25-9. A'ja had 29-11. Until the Aces get all the way healthy. Right? Until the Aces get all the way healthy because baby girl been out. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea Gray, she been out with that lower leg injury, which they still not saying what it is, that she got in the finals last September. What's the lower leg injury? Like, was it Achilles? Was it that? I don't know why they don't want to say it, but all right. But until they get back, they struggling a little bit right now. But this might be good for them to struggle a little bit and get back all the way right later on. Fucking Jewel Lloyd, man. Fucking amazing, man. The New York Liberty beat the Connecticut Sun on Saturday 82-75 to end the Sun's unbeaten streak at 9 games to start the season 9-0. Sabrina Ionescu had 24-3-5. DeWanda Bonner had 16-8-3 in that game. So the parity of the league, man, is what I don't like is that we finna go on this Olympic break come like mid-July. And right now it's going to be some really good basketball being played, and everybody going to be chilling for the most part. You know what I mean? And then have to ramp that shit back up to go into the playoffs. So the biggest news for the day is that Caitlyn Clark didn't make the Olympics team, and like that's not big news. Shit, Arike didn't make it. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? Arike Ogunbowale, Arike, you know what I mean? Milwaukee's own. That's more of a story to me. But that team is stacked, and I don't know who you would take off for Clark if you had to. I'm not taking nobody off that team because they're all better than her. International ball is different. It's more physical. She's adjusting to the W's physicality and the storylines. For the stupid motherfuckers that say, why is Taurasi on there? She's 42 because she's one of the fucking GOATs. We don't know if that new WNBA logo was her, Candace Parker, or Asia Wilson. We don't know which one it is, but it's one of them three. We know that for a fact. So storylines, motherfucker. We're not taking her off, motherfucker. You know what I mean? We ain't doing that. Caitlyn will have time to make it. However, I do agree with Stephen A. today that for worldwide notoriety and what he say, a rising tide lift all boats, and to put the WNBA players on stage and our league on stage where they're making $250K and put that on a worldwide stage to get more fans, to bring in more revenue that can raise these salaries that these women ain't got to go across seas to play no more. She should have been added for that. The optics, right? I get it. And he dove into the dream team with Leitner making it, back-to-back national championships, all this shit he made over Shaq and Morton. I was like, Shaq should have made the team, but that was that flash and all that shit. For marketability or whatever the fuck they was thinking about in the world economics back then, Leitner makes that team. But I'm like, damn, he has a point, right? He has a point. But you can't take nobody off that team for Caitlyn Clark. So there's nobody. Now, we do have, with Chelsea being hurt or if somebody, any of them other guards getting hurt, like Rebecca Lobo said, they possibly can add her. But there's other women that were at the USA training shit that's going to be ahead of Caitlyn Clark anyway that didn't make the fucking team, like Arike. However, I get what Rebecca Lobo said as well about Team USA training camps the past 3 years. This just wasn't take the hottest motherfuckers in the league and put them on there. It's a process. They've been having FIBA World Championships, all this other shit, all these little tournaments and shit, and they've been balling. Everybody on the team played in something of that shit. Caitlyn Clark couldn't go to none of the Team USA training camps because she had 2 Final Four runs and all that shit. You know what I mean? So in 1992, if you think about it, that's the first time that they allowed professional USA basketball players to go. So yeah, they made sure college player was on that team. So she has to do what Arike did the last time at the Olympic shit when the U.S. national team played the WNBA All-Stars and Arike and them bust their ass. You know what I'm saying? The WNBA team. Then she got like MVP that game. Like, hey, fuck it. That's all she got to do. So I can't wait till that WNBA All-Star game. I think it's on July 20th or some shit. And see Arike and Caitlyn and them out there trying to bust their ass. That shit gonna be funny, man. All right, y'all. We up out this joint. Hey, keep the conversation going, man. You already know. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to and follow Network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. You want to watch all of this beautifulness, baby. Click that bell for notification, new content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Dame, I don't know how he's going to get this damn camera back. I love this camera. I love the video and how it looks and all this stuff, man. Man, it's too much going on with this camera, man. This Sony A7 IV, man. Jesus, man. Jesus, this camera is legit. It is what it is. Yo, check out the other pods on the network. Power Reverberation podcast is back because we're in the final season of Book 2 Ghost. So we got that episode up for episode 401. Then we have the Shy Reverberation podcast, which is like 3 episodes left, and that shit is fire this year. That's up as well. So, yeah, man, check me out on the network. Let me know what y'all think, man. I give honest TV reviews. Shout out to the people that have commented on my thing and recognize what I do, man. I appreciate it because I do this for y'all, but I do it for me first, man. Weekly, Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Don Real Digger, your host of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson. Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night. You're listening during the daytime, credit grade day on purpose. Hey, yo, and on some real shit, Fannie Willis fucked up that Trump shit, doing all that shit that they ain't had no business doing, thinking she wouldn't have got caught, and shit got exposed because niggas was doing too much. So if Dawg don't get that charge, which was a state charge, and something could have happened with Dawg, and they win an election, I'm not saying Fannie and them had everything to do with that shit, but that was a major misstep in the position of power, and I don't give a fuck if niggas black or not. When you fuck up, you fuck up. We about this bitch. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.